Yo, what's good? It's your boy Tech Rec. Got a little bit of my stretching on. You know what I'm saying? Been riding bikes and shit. Feeling a little bit different. But what's good with y'all? How y'all doing? It's Tech Rec. Basically checking in, and I'm gonna put something else up because I want to have some happy vibes or some funny shit later. But before I go work out, I just had the opportunity to see a pattern of something that I would like to express. So if you haven't heard, I've been covering the Kenosha shooting, the um the shooting of Jacob Blake, as well as the shooting of three people. Two out of those three people were murdered, and I basically gave a reaction to both of those incidents. Now it hasn't stopped. It's continuing to have a little bit more media coverage, as well as incidents that are creating more unnecessary attention to the situation instead of there being a solution. They're just shit spiraling out of control. So now what this is if you haven't heard, Jacob Blake, he's paralyzed from the waist down, which means he still can use his hands, right? So I guess the fear that the police have of a paralyzed man in a hospital who they shot require them to handcuff him to his bed. So I actually have handcuffs right here just to show you the mentality to restrain somebody who's actually handicapped. It takes a code person, especially when your system who handcuffs this person is the system that put the person where they are right now. So basically, they're just trying to like they're just trying to like take away all humanity from this experience with this guy. They're trying to like make him feel like less of a human because you shouldn't like have that approach right now. That should not be. And then the next thing is the media. The media is just when I was growing up, I used to call it Swen. And my mind always been abstract, very artistic from I'm little. And I call it Swen because I said it's that backward ass news. Shit is always backwards. Like there's certain things that we just don't need to know. But there's certain things that we do need to know. But it's like this is something that was basically said from the family. So it's something that they feel we need to know as the people. But after I did some research right before I did this video, I see that they say he's no longer handcuffed. Okay, cool. But not cool. Because it shouldn't have happened in the first place. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. You shouldn't have handcuffed a paralyzed man and degrade him and take away the ability for him to heal and process this as a victim, not a suspect. Because regardless of what dumb shit I feel like may have transpired, him going in his car was a pretty not an intelligent move in my eyes. But you all should have handcuffed his ass then. That's when y'all should have handcuffed him. Y'all should have handcuffed him when he was going in his car. Y'all should have tripped his ass, pushed him on the floor, beat him like y'all do Rodney King, whatever. But just don't fucking shoot the man 7 times in his back. But y'all didn't handcuff him. Y'all handcuffed him in the hospital. So that's where we at with that. But now, why I see a trend outside of the news reporting everything to us and trying to get us emotionally involved in from the good guys and the bad guys, the racists and the black, the Democrats and the Republicans. But besides them doing that trend of whatever, the trend I'm talking about is people who oppress or violate the experiences or life or rights of black or colored people always want to try to rectify the shit after they did something they shouldn't have done. Right? And what I mean by that is you shouldn't have handcuffed him. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. But now you take off the handcuffs, which means you didn't even think that it was a like it didn't even have substantial meaning of why you handcuffed him, because you wouldn't have took it off regardless of what the media says. If you really had substantial reasons to say he needs to be handcuffed, it was just a part of the mental game that you all play with people, where you're trying to mind F him and trying to cover your tracks, where he remains a suspect in custody, not a victim of police shooting, police brutality. So you all are trying to just capitalize on the media coverage and make it seem as if he's a suspect. So now what happens is the cop who shot him, it starts collectively creating a series of events that determine the end result, which is, well, if he's handcuffed, we still see him as a suspect. Just because he got shot doesn't mean nothing. Somebody shoot 10 people, cops shoot them, he's gonna get handcuffed. But that's not the situation. The guy just walked to his car, don't know what he was doing, but he actually didn't do nothing yet. But it's a mentality. It's the prerequisite for the course you about to take us on. So that's just dumb. But it just doesn't happen in law enforcement. This is the same shit all these Karens be doing, right? They say some disrespectful things to black children, mothers, sons, males, individual couples, groups. Say some crazy shit that you really have to be mentally ill, I believe, to be racist, because it's just the hate and the nature of how you express it is it's schizophrenic. I promise you it is. So these Karens and all these ill mannered like white people, and sometimes they even Spanish people, but it's just people who fight against black people or people of color. They do all this craziness. Then as soon as Twitter detectives and Facebook inspectors, they don't play that shit. So as soon as they do their investigations and get your job location, your neighborhood, your Gmail, Google, what is Google Plus account, and start exposing you, now y'all want to apologize. Now it ruins my life. I don't have a job anymore. Me and my dog can't even walk to the park anymore. My kids are affected. Right. After you did what you shouldn't have done. So that's what I see here. And that's what I've seen here from the creation of America. You all do awful things to people and then try to come with a pacifying act that is a proportion of a remedy in comparison to the act that you created that required a remedy. But that's another subject. But I just wanted to get y'all up to date, because I initially came on here to talk about him being handcuffed. And like I said, doing my research, I found out he's actually not handcuffed anymore. So it just goes to show you. It's just I don't know when this craziness is gonna stop, but Kenosha gonna be hot for a little bit on the news, kind of like how not Ferguson, where George Floyd was it Milwaukee? Was it Milwaukee again? I can't remember. Right? It's just so much has went on in the last 7 months. But wherever George Floyd was, it was hot for a minute. It was on the news, and then it just died out. But it look like right now that's gonna be Kenosha. But anyway, like I said, I hate being here. And when I say I hate being here, I hate being in this place where we have to report negative things and react to things that aren't of positive or laughter. Laughter is great. That's what I like. Laughter or informative outside of dramatics. And when I say dramatics, I'm talking about unnecessary bullshit like this. Like, I don't want nobody hurt, nobody sick, none of that. I just want to talk about fun things and laugh. But I guess that's another post. But here we are now. So I appreciate y'all again for watching. Try to give y'all a little update on the Kenosha Jacob Blake situation. And hopefully you're having a great day. Be safe. If you can, get a bike. Do some bike riding. It's a very fun activity, and it's very spiritual. It's a very spiritual experience. It allows you to travel even in a little neighborhood and just experience life at a different point of view. So I encourage y'all to just exercise, and if you can't get a bike, I've been enjoying it. I'm on day 3. I'll show y'all some footage later. But until then, y'all be safe. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. And everybody have a good evening, good afternoon, or good day wherever you are. Peace.